I promise there's only water in this glass. The evidence in this video would show otherwise, but it is only water. Hello, welcome to the Yarn & Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Angela and all of the places you can find me should be linked in the description box just below this video. How are you today? Welcome to a Yarn & Yarns extra video. I'm chatting today about the 12 cast-ons of Christmas, which might seem a bit odd to be chatting about Christmas in April. But the first quarter of 2020 is over. So I thought this might be a nice opportunity to catch up on where we are all at with the projects that we cast on for our 12 cast-ons adventure at the end of last year. And for this past year, lots of you out there decided to hop on board and join in with me. And so we had a little make along, and yeah, the challenge was just to cast along with me. There was no obligation to cast on 12. Some people cast on 12 with me, others cast on 1 or 2, and all of the numbers in between, and that was absolutely fine. It was a really fun experience. If you weren't a subscriber to the channel at that time, there are a series of videos here on YouTube, so I'll put a link to the first one of those and you can follow through and see what I cast on each day if you would like. As the first quarter is over, I thought this would be a great opportunity just to catch up and confess where I am with my 12 cast-ons, and also to draw the prize winner for the first quarter of our 12 cast-ons make along. So there is a finished objects thread in our Ravelry group, and you'll find the Ravelry group linked below. You can pop a picture of your finished objects in the finished objects thread, and each quarter I will have a prize draw. So if you have finished something in the first quarter, then stay tuned because I'm going to do the prize draw at the end of this video. Okay, so first quarter done, and I have finished 3 things, which seems pretty nifty, doesn't it? 3 months done, 3 objects finished. I'll recap on the objects that I've finished in just a little while. But the fact that I finished 3 got me thinking about whether I could actually finish all 12 of these objects through the year. I have still, I think, 3 or 4 projects from the previous year's 12 cast-ons still in my whip pile, so it's not something that I am insistent about for myself. Like, I didn't want to set the goal to have all of these finished this year, but as I've managed to finish at a rate of 1 a month so far, I thought it'd be maybe nice to set myself a unofficial goal of trying to continue that through the year. So as well as 3 finished objects to show you, I'm going to chat about the 3 objects that I've picked to try and finish before the end of June. Does that all make sense so far? I don't know if I'm making sense. I feel a little bit discombobulated. I've had quite a busy day today so far. Today was the day that I wanted to do a post office run for anyone who ordered anything from Yarn & Yarns, my bricks and mortar yarn shop. So I was doing quite a lot of packaging up today, and also a few messages backwards and forwards this morning. I didn't sleep particularly well last night either, and I think everything that's going on is just churning around in my brain, and I feel a bit like I'm not making sense. So I hope you can follow along. Hopefully I can edit this together in some sort of way that makes sense. Also, confession time, I'm itching to go and sit in the sunshine. Not that I'm trying to rush through this video. I do want to spend time with you guys and get something up on YouTube, but I also want to go out and enjoy the sun. And my neighbours have been in the back garden, so I didn't want to record outside today because there's quite a lot of noise. I've also got my window open, so if you do hear any ambient noises, then please bear with me. Anyway, get back to the topic in hand. So what did I finish in the first 3 months? Now obviously if you follow along every week, you're going to know what I'm going to show, but I'm going to show them off anyway because why not? These are in no particular order, only because I can't remember exactly what I finished when. But the first thing I'm going to show you are my patterns. Patterns? Say patterns or patterns? Does it really matter? Potato, potato. My Patterns Croy socks in the blue stripe rag colourway. The lovely yarn for these was gifted to me by my friend Erin. Hi Erin. And I knit a gorgeous pair of socks. I love these. They're looking a bit worse for the wear, a bit baggy on my blocker, but that's only because I've worn these a couple of times and I haven't yet washed them. Yes, I did say a couple of times. A couple. Do you wash your knitted socks every time you've worn them? I feel like they don't really need it. My feet aren't that smelly. James might disagree. And the wool has nice sort of moisture wicking properties, doesn't it? So yeah, confession time. I don't wash my socks after every wear unless I've particularly got them dirty by treading in something that I shouldn't. I do wear my socks outside sometimes without anything on my feet. This is turning into confessions of a slovenly sock wearer. Anyway, Pattern Scroy, blue stripe rag, socks, done. And in need of a wash. The second finished object, I call it finished. Let me show you. Georgina, the lovely hippo. She still hasn't got any eyes. This video's not going well so far, is it? No-eyed hippos and dirty socks. It's what you come to YouTube for, surely. I just need a scrap of black yarn to put a couple of French knots for her eyes. I might even raid my button jar and see if I've got 2 small black buttons, because poor Georgina, she deserves eyes. So this was a pattern from the Edwards Menagerie book, and I used a lovely yarn that I had in a swap package from a friend of mine quite a few years ago. It's spun right round worsted in the Walker's colourway, and I thought it would make quite a nice amigurumi. However, I did run out of yarn, so I used some purple to finish off with some stripy arms and legs, which was a brilliant suggestion by a viewer here on YouTube. And I think that was from my hand spun yarn, if I remember rightly. So finished object for the first quarter, number 2. The third finished object is a biggie. I would have worn it, but it's pretty toasty today. It's my Radiate sweater. This is a lovely pattern by Joji Locatelli from one of the Interpretations volumes, which are publications by Pom Pom Press, and I used a skein and a bit of yarn from my lovely friend Jenny, who is Owl About Yarn, and the colourway was a Retreat special colourway, and a couple of my lovely friends donated some of their leftovers so that I could finish the yoke in the size that I made, which I think was a 54-inch chest. It needed slightly more than one skein. And I paired that with some Debbie Bliss Rialto DK in leaf colour from the Heathers range of the Rialto DK. So yeah, that was quite a biggie, a big finished object. I cast on quite a few sweaters. I should probably do a little rundown of what I actually cast on, shouldn't I? So let me just figure that out. I cast on 2 pairs of socks. 2 pairs of socks, yeah. 1 amigurumi, that makes 3. 1 scarf, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 shawls. Makes 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 sweaters. Yes, 12. I've run out of fingers. 12. Imagine a couple of extra fingers floating around here. I think it's the heat. It's got to me. So yeah, a sweater, a pair of socks and an amigurumi finished in the first quarter. Now obviously the socks and the amigurumi are quite small projects, but I have been working away in the background on a few other things. So I have made progress on quite a few of the other projects that I cast on. Decided to revisit the list of projects that I cast on and pick 3 things to focus on for the coming 3 months. So I picked, because I've got quite a lot of shawls and sweaters, I have picked 2 shawls and 1 sweater to work on. The first shawl is living in my lovely bag from Emma, and I chatted about this on this week's vlog, and I'm not actually going to show you because in this bag is a finished shawl. So already I am ahead of the game, hopefully, for the second quarter of my 12 cast-ons, because we're not even halfway through April and I have 1 finished object in here. It needs blocking. and if you want to see roughly what it looks like, you can pop back and check out Monday's vlog. But I'm going to save this, I'm going to soak it, block it and save it to show off for next week. So that's a bit of a spoiler for next week's vlog. There will be one finished object. So the other two projects that I've decided to concentrate on, for my sweater, I am going to work on my Love Note, which is a pattern by Tin Can Knits. It is knit in fingering weight yarn and mohair held double. And again, I've made some reasonable progress on this over the last few months. And I've actually knit to the pattern for the crop size of this sweater. So as you can see, it's got a lovely lace yoke. I'm sure you've seen this pattern because it's been everywhere. And the crop version calls for, I think it was about 6.5 inches of knitting in for my size. I have decided to put the body on hold there for now. I have got this much yarn left, so a fair bit, but I'm slightly short of the meterage that I need for finishing the sweater in the size that I'm making. So my plan is to figure out from here what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on the sleeves, and I may do either really short sleeves or 3/4 length sleeves. Haven't decided yet. I might start knitting a sleeve and see how far my yarn goes. And then once I've done the sleeves to a length that I'm happy with, I'm going to figure out what to do for the rest of the sweater. Whether I can finish it to a size and length that I want with the yarn that I have, or whether I need to put in some contrast yarn. If I put in contrast, it will be a contrast rib for the next. This is just a provisional cast on at the moment, and then I'll finish the bottom of the body and the end of the sleeves with the contrast as well. I've got a few options floating around in my stash that could be potentials for finishing this off. But yes, because this is, you know, relatively close in the scheme of things to being done, and it's a fairly quick knit, it's knit on 6mm needles, I decided this was a distinct possibility for me to get this finished relatively quickly if I put my mind to it. So that is my second project that I'm going to be concentrating on this quarter, and this is living in my Lone Larch bag. It's these gorgeous trees and deers, or moose as I like to refer to them, because I love moose, and you know, they could be moose. I know they're not really big enough, they are deers, but they're moose in my head. So yes, Love Note will be getting some love over the next couple of months. And then because I have a couple of larger shawls, so the Storm shawl is just a one skein shawl, so a fairly quick project in the scheme of things, but because the rest of my shawls are much larger, I've decided to tackle one of the bigger projects, and I am going to give some love to my Vertices Unite. And I have not picked this up since the first day that I cast on, so I'm really looking forward to getting back to this. It's a pattern by Stephen West, and I'm making mine from a variety of naturally dyed yarns. The two that I have here on the needles at the moment, the brown is from Hey Mama Wolf, and the blue is from Flourish Fibres, my lovely friend Fee. Hi Fee, if you are watching. So I'm going to get back to this project this quarter. It's living in a tote bag from my lovely friend Caroline. This was a gift. I have all of my yarns in here. Oh, there's something else in here as well. A random pebble from the beach. Of course, why would you not have that in your project bag with all of your lovely yarn? There's more! Hang on, gonna have to investigate. Oh my goodness, no wonder this project bag was so heavy. Look, I've got this heavy stone, which I picked up because it looks like a puppy. Can you see that? Can you see the markings on there? It's like a puppy with an eye and a cute floppy ear. Just me? I've got some lovely shells. I'm not gonna be able to... And that stone. All in the bottom of my project bag. Just ignore me. There's definitely something going on today, isn't there? Now, is this all of the yarn? No. Yes? Maybe. Should be 5 colours? Yes. Here we go. These are all of the lovely naturally dyed yarns that I'm going to be putting into my Vertices Unite shawl. So that's the Hey Mama Wolf. There are two here from my lovely friend Fiona Fee, Flourish Fibres, and these two are from Tracy Priestley, who I think is handmade over yonder. I'll have to double check that. Have I got any yarn labels? Probably not. No, because they're in a pile over here. And then when I was tidying up. If I get some sort of comprehensive video out of this, it will be a miracle. Hand dyed over yonder. And I have this gorgeous Christmas tree marker from my lovely friend Caroline, and that's going to stay on there. I know it's not Christmas anymore, but this project was cast on at Christmas, so there. These yarns are so tangled up now. I'm going to need to sort that out before I actually work on that project. But so yeah, 12 cast on plans for the coming few months. How are you guys doing with your cast-ons? Did you join in? Have you been working through your list? Have you already finished all of your cast-ons? I'm pretty sure there's a couple of you out there that have, if my memory serves me correctly. Has this video inspired you to pick up a languishing whip, one of your 12 cast-ons that's maybe been hidden away? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you are up to. Before I sign off from this video, I am going to insert a little clip here. I'm going to do a random.org, that's right, isn't it? Random.org number generator for the prize, and I've decided to give away a pattern on Ravelry this time because of everything that's going on and delays with the postage, and I know some countries aren't accepting post from overseas at the moment. I thought rather than send a physical prize, I'd just do a pattern. So I hope you guys are okay and on board with that. So I will insert a little clip here of me doing that draw, so see it as it happens. Well, not quite, but almost. I'm at random.org. If this is a bit wobbly, I'm holding you up in my hand at the moment. I'm trying to operate the keyboard. So generate, and we get post number 32. Post number 32 is from the lovely Alexandra. Hiya, hope you're doing okay. And just try and get the least amount of reflection possible. Alexandra finished this lovely hat. So when you see this, Alexandra, send me a message on Ravelry. I'm Rainbow Ange over there, as hopefully you know, and let me know which pattern you would like me to gift to you. So yes, congratulations to the winner. I do not know at this point in time who that is because I shall record that section in a minute. But yeah, whoever you are, please contact me. This video is a shambles. It's a shambles, isn't it? Contact me either on Ravelry, Rainbow Ange, or below this video, know your Ravelry username and what pattern you would like me to gift to you. And I will happily send that your way. Until we get to spend time together again, I hope maybe you may never come back again after this. I hope that you I hope that you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all. Bye for now.